Okay, what is the investment goal of University Endowment Funds? That is something Brent Wilsey of Wilsey Asset Management is going to explain to us this morning. Brent, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Okay, what in the world is a University Endowment Fund?
Well, you know, I used to match our performance to the University Endowment Funds because I thought these are pretty smart people. Well, I was kind of surprised on many things. I started digging deeper into this. First of all, there's about 870 institutions. They have about $874 billion in endowment funds, almost $1 trillion in endowment funds. And the question is, well, where's that going? How are they doing it? And then you get more into the universities, which just makes no sense to me at all.
I'm sorry, is this government money going to the universities?
This is money that people donate with, I believe, the intention of helping out students that can go get a higher education. Okay. The whole system is just, it's a terrible system because, you know, these universities like Harvard don't pay any income tax. They don't pay property taxes. They get exclusions. Their investments are taxed lower than other investments. And I wonder, they're still charging $57,000 a year for tuition. Where is this money going? It makes no sense to me. So I thought, well, what are these endowment funds doing? So I looked at them. First of all, what is the goal of an endowment fund? They do want to, you know, earn about 8% on their investments and pay it about 5%, which is okay. That's pretty reasonable. But then we looked into it. Only 25%, they did a survey of 152 funds, endowment funds. Only 25% of 152% of the endowment funds were actually earning that 8% over a 10-year period. So there's a problem all around with the universities.
The numbers don't add up.
They're not adding up at all. And I know, I'm pretty convinced the money's not going to students. Professors at Harvard make between $150,000 to $300,000 a year. I know the CEO there, I think he makes $1.3 million. But I think there's a lot of fat cats admin on the outside just collecting things.
Well, we've heard that the current administration wants to, I think it was $2 billion a year that the government taxpayer money is paying to Harvard every year, $2 billion.
Yeah, yeah. And it is crazy because, again, they don't pay taxes. They collect the money from here. They collect the money from the people donating to the school. They've got this great thing, and it's not going to the students because, again, why is Harvard, you know, $57,000 a year, and that's just the tuition. Professors make most $300,000 a year. There's money being lost somewhere, and I looked at, you know, maybe it's in the investment part because I looked at how these endowment funds invest. Well, first of all, 39% of their money invested goes to private equity, which is very expensive. Their fees are a minimum of 2%. I mean, our funds that are, you know, our maximum fee that we charge on the high-end funds is like 0.5 to 0.6%. So that's a high thing there. 32% goes to hedge funds, another high thing. They generally charge 2% plus many times 20% of the profit, another high expense. 5% goes into real estate, and about 3% goes into real estate or real assets like gold, silver, and so forth. It could be artwork as well. And then 3% goes to cash. So there's things that just don't make sense on what these universities are doing. All the benefits they get, I don't understand why we can't get more for students that can't afford college. Why can't we get more people to college?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So you've got people like, take for example, an alumnus of name a major university, and this person has gone on in life and succeeded and done well and wants to give back to that university. Do you think that person knows that this money is like, and because what would motivate, if you knew this was happening, why would you continue to fund that? I
don't think they know that. I think this is all brought up to the surface. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I thought when I was donating $10,000 in the university, that's helping out some student. I did look at how these are distributed. Only 48% of the endowment actually goes to fund student education. 18% goes to academic programs and research, which, okay, I don't know why they got to research with that. 11% goes to the faculty positions in the endowment funds, and then 17%, I love this one, other businesses, other purposes. Like, can you imagine telling your wife, like, well, I don't know where 17% of my salary went, it's just gone. Yeah. You know, it's just it's such a high number. I can say 2 or 3%. Running my business or any corporation, yeah, we just don't know where about 20% of the money went. it's just crazy what's going on here. I'm so glad it's been brought to the surface, because maybe people can benefit from this to where that almost $1 billion endowments can help some kids get a good education that want to go to school.
Accountability.
Yes, accountability. And it's just crazy. I mean, I looked at too on the Harvard, you know, for what they charge for their tuition versus San Diego State, it's 6 times the amount that San Diego State charges. I'm sorry, you graduate from Harvard, you're not going to earn 600% more than graduate from San Diego State. And the CEO of San Diego State earns, I think, $550 a year. Wow. So it's just an abusive system. It's a shame. I'm glad it's been brought to the surface. And I won't be comparing our investment performance any longer to the endowment funds. These guys, unfortunately, is not as smart as they think they are, or I thought they were. And it's just, there's money.
There's something nefarious going on. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
That's right. And I think there's a lot of men behind that curtain, men and women. I don't mean, that are collecting money from that. And it's a shame, because we got to fix that system.
I agree. All right, Brent Wilsey. Good to see you, Brent. Thanks for the info.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.